How's it going, everybody? I'm Steve and welcome back. So this video is going to be dedicated to my 10 favorite comedies from the 1980s. Basically, I had like a list of like 28 movies. Decided just to do 10. I thought I don't want to do like a really long video. So you'll see like a lot of these in the honorable mentions, basically, if you look in the comments. And I decided also not to do any like holiday comedies. There's like three big ones that I like to watch like every year. So I thought those are holiday movies, and I thought really comedies are really for me more like summer kind of movies. At least when I was a kid, that's when I watched them. And there were so many made in the 80s. I'm going to leave a lot of like really great ones out. Even on honorable mentions, I won't be able to list them all. So before I get started, please, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider doing that. Please put a thumbs up on this video as well. I do like a lot of ranking videos like this, a lot of out theater reactions, and do a lot of physical media hauls, that kind of thing, 4K, Blu-ray, that kind of thing. So if that sounds exciting to you, please consider doing that. But please give me one moment here and I'll get to my top 10. Okay, so at number 10, this one was actually in the Criterion collection at one time. It's actually out of print. It was only on DVD. It was Spy Number 12. This movie's from 1984. It's directed by Rob Reiner, and the movie is Spinal Tap. So this is such a great movie. This is considered to be like a mockumentary. This one is starring Christopher Guest and Michael McKean, Harry Shearer. He's been involved with the Simpsons for several decades now. And actually today I heard something about this. There's actually a sequel that was in the works here, and I was wondering if it would actually get released this year. But I read, actually saw it on my phone here. I saw like a YouTube channel talking about this. But there's it looks like on September 12th, it's going to be released. It's actually called Spinal Tap 2: The End Continues. Okay, so at number 9, this one's also from 1984. It's directed by John Hughes, and the movie is 16 Candles. This movie is so much fun. It has starring Molly Ringwald. It has Paul Dooley, if you ever saw the movie Breaking Away, 1979. He plays the father in this one. He's really great. It also has Anthony Michael Hall. Basically, in the 80s, John Hughes and Anthony Michael Hall were linked. They did like probably 3 or 4 movies together. I think one was actually another one's going to be out later on my list. But he's really great in this one. Okay, so number 8, this one's from 1983. It's directed by John Landis. The movie is Trading Places. This one's really great too. Is starring Dan Aykroyd. It has Eddie Murphy. Back in the 80s, Eddie Murphy was really popular. It has Jamie Lee Curtis as well. It's so much fun. The story goes different places. It starts off one way, kind of gets a little bit dark. It gets really funny. It's kind of a team up kind of thing. So it has a great ending. Really great. Okay, so at number 7 for 1987, this one's in the Criterion Collection, Spy Number 948. The movie is The Princess Bride. This one's great. On my list here, it's strange that I actually put 2 Rob Reiner movies in this listing, and you'll see kind of a link as far as different actors that are kind of crossover in different movies here. That wasn't done intentionally, but this one has it's starring Cary Elwes. I've always pronounced his name wrong. I think I looked it up. It says Elwes, but a lot of people say Elways. But it's starring Robin Wright as well. Manny Patinkin's in the movie as well. This one's really great though. It has a great cast. A lot of quotable lines in the movie. It kind of crosses over different genres. There's like some drama in it. Definitely a lot of comedy. It has like a western kind of vibe to it. Some action, almost like some horror to it as well. Just goes different places. All right, so number 6, this one's actually directed by John Hughes as well. It's from 1986, and the movie is Ferris Bueller's Day Off. This one's another one that you'll notice in my list. I have a lot of the same directors, a lot of actors that kind of cross over to different movies. It wasn't done that way intentionally, really. It's just movies I really love. So it just says basically I put this list together, and like I said, I had like 28 movies, and I got down to these 10, and somehow they were kind of linked in a lot of ways. But it's really great though. This one's starring Matthew Broderick, Mia Sara, Alan Ruck. So great. This one's like almost 40 years old now. So it shows like Chicago back then. It's really great. A lot of the visuals in the movie are really great. Okay, so number 5, this one's from 1983, directed by Harold Ramis, and the movie is Vacation. This one's funny because it's actually written by John Hughes. So, like I said, it wasn't intentional, but has starring Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, Randy Quaid, Anthony Michael Hall's in this movie as well. So it's another one with him. So this one's so great. I think basically I think I like another movie. It's the holiday movie from John Hughes. I probably like a little bit more than this one. Okay, so at number 4, this one's from 1984. Director is Ivan Reitman. The movie is Ghostbusters. So this actually, it's strange that I put like 84 number 4, 86 for number 6, 87 for number 7. That wasn't intentional at all. But this movie is actually like an action comedy. Yeah, and I had some other like action films on this list before. This is actually the only one that actually survived. But this one's so great though because of the cast. As starring Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd's in this movie as well. Harold Ramis is in this movie. Sigourney Weaver, Ernie Hudson. So, actually, it's Rick Moranis in this movie as well. But this one's a lot of fun though. Like I said, some of the sequels are kind of hit or miss. Okay, so number 3 for 1980. This one's directed by Harold Ramis again. And the movie's called Caddyshack. This one's a lot of fun too. Starring Chevy Chase, Rodney Dangerfield, Ted Knight, Bill Murray, Michael O'Keefe. So much fun. I was like 7 years old when I saw this the first time. Way too young to be able to see like an R-rated movie. It's really dirty. a lot of great like quotable lines in the movie, but definitely. But this one's actually I'm actually reading a book here for the second time. It's kind of based on this movie, but it's called Caddyshack: The Making of a Holiday Cinderella Story. And this one here, it's got the gopher on the cover. Okay, so number 2, this one's actually from 1980 as well. Actually has a multiple directors. Jim Abrams, he passed away last year, as the Zucker brothers. The movie's called Airplane. This was a lot of fun too. Like I said, I was way too young to see this movie too, but this one has starring Leslie Nielsen. He's in this movie and also in the sequel, and he's also in some other movies with the same directing team. As Robert Hayes, Julie Haggerty, Peter Graves is really great in the movie as well from the Mission Impossible TV show. So much fun though. It's so wild. To me, they made other movies that were kind of similar to this, and they made the one before this one as well. It has the same kind of style. It kind of makes fun of like the airplane disaster movies that were made in the 70s, and they do such a great job. If you see the movie, it's called Airport, the first one, they do so many things in this movie. They made fun of a lot of parts in that movie, and it's like when you watch that, I watched that movie like a couple years ago, and as I watched it, it was like they made fun of that in Airplane, made fun of that in Airplane. So it kind of ruined that movie in some ways, but this one's a lot more fun than that movie. Okay, so at number 1, this one's from 1982. It's actually in the Criterion Collection, Spine number 1075. It's from director Amy Heckerling, and the movie's called Fast Times at Ridgemont High. What a great cast in this movie! Sean Penn, Phoebe Cates, Judge Reinhold, has Jennifer Jason Leigh, has Forrest Whitaker's in this movie as well. It's so many great young stars. Nicolas Cage is in the movie as well. This one's probably the most quotable of any of the movies I have on this list. That's why it came in number 1. But so great. They had like different soundtracks to this movie. I think some different. The one they have like on TV is different from the one they have on the 4K and Blu-ray. And I bought this one so many times on Blu-ray before. Okay, everybody, I really appreciate watching this video. Please leave in the comments. Let me know your like top 5, top 10, number 1. Let me know some movies I left off my list. Like I said, check out the honorable mentions. You'll see like at least 20, 25 movies listed on that. So you'll probably see me like do different like edits throughout the day when I release this video. And everybody have a great one.